right, what is going on, guys? Drex,
And Ryan.
and today we are starting our first podcast.
Indeed we are, Drex. Indeed we are.
So, what are we going to talk about?
First, we're going to go into some pro wrestling stuff. As, of course, today, Friday, was the first draft in a couple years, actually.
And also, we're going to be talking about the NFL draft, first 10 picks, and a couple of our own team picks, which mine's in the top 10. Preston, as you can see, is a Bills fan.
Obviously. Go Bills.
Well, not you guys that are listening to on Spotify, but he is a Bills fan. Now I'm a Bears fan.
You guys are.
So,
Yeah. Grew up as a Bears fan. But
whatever. All right, let's talk about the NFL draft to start.
All right, we'll kick off, Drex.
All right. So, as you guys, if you guys follow the NFL, you could see that the Panthers were going to keep the number one draft pick, but they did trade with the Bears in March of this year, earlier in March. I think it was 47 days ago from April 28th. So, in the middle or a little bit early of March, but they got Bryce Young because they did need a quarterback, and they got a new head coach this year, which was pretty obvious. But then the Texans, they got their own quarterback, and they got C.J. Stroud, which is kind of obvious as well. But then what shocked me was they traded to the third overall draft pick, and they got Will Anderson Jr., which I thought he was going to go to a different team. I didn't think he was going to stay with C.J. Stroud at all.
Big moves right from the beginning, guys. Crazy.
And then Anthony Richardson went to 4 at the Colts. That I was happy for him. I've seen some of his highlights online, and he's basically the new Cam Newton, but Donovan McNabb as well.
I wouldn't say that much yet. He has some ways to go for it, but
he does. Because he didn't play much in college from what I've heard from the ESPN, but that's what they're comparing him as from his highlights.
You want to go balls out with him? Why not, bro?
Exactly. But Preston, take away the next couple of picks.
So we're going to go with the Seahawks pick. Devin Witherspoon, he's a cornerback for the Seahawks. He's an all right guy. Don't know much about him.
Yeah, we did not do much research for these.
No,
we just know some of these guys.
The teams are nobodies. That's the truth.
Until they make a name in the NFL.
Yeah, which how most college guys go.
Exactly.
But, hey.
But
now we're going to do a little jump step here. We're going to talk about a very popular guy. Mr. Will Levis himself. So get your corn, popcorn, whatever you want to say. Mr. Mayo and banana whole guy here. I told my dad, my little brother this 2 nights ago, that a man who puts mayo in his coffee and eats a whole banana is going to fall in the draft. Now, that's all jokes, but the guy has raw talent, bro. His last 2 years turning ball over doesn't make that good plays. Yeah, it's one good thing, bro. Cannon strength. People want to say he's like the next Josh Allen, bro. When you see Josh Allen and Will Levis play, you'll see 2 differences here. Josh Allen is a built well-rounded guy. Will Levis is like a muscular guy. And personally, I won't want that as a quarterback. Personally, I just don't like a big built quarterback. That's all. But he did get drafted by the Titans in the second 2.
Yeah, in the second round, which we thought he was going to go later, but we did not think he was going to stay. Or I didn't think he was going to stay in the first round, just because a lot of the teams already had quarterbacks, and he's probably going to be third or second string this year, up to Tannehill, because Tennessee did have a lot of QB problems last year from when I was watching some of their games. But, yeah.
And to be fair, I thought the Colts were going to take him now.
A lot of people did in their mock drafts. I agree. But let's get back to the top 10 picks. The 6th pick went to the Cardinals, which was a trade. And they got Paris Johnson Jr. I thought the Bears were going to pick him up. I thought he was going to drop more, but he stayed in the top 7, top 8. And he went to where his father actually went for the NFL. which is kind of
Crazy
crazy.
whole family thing.
Exactly. And then next up, we have the Raiders going with a edge rusher, which is Tyree Wilson. And after that, the Falcons chose Bijan Robinson, which I don't know how to feel about that pick because people are comparing him to the next Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley, which I can see from his highlights, but
college highlights isn't. There's two. You're comparing two different things. You're comparing amateurs to professional.
Exactly. In which, well, I don't know how Atlanta's going to treat him. I feel like he's going to stay there for a couple years and then get traded.
Mediocre.
We'll see. But let's see how he does. He looks like a all-around talent. And then we go to the Eagles trading from their pick to 10 to going to 9 with the Bears. And they chose Jalen Carter, which is a beastly man of a defensive tackle. It's which everybody knows about, even if you watch football a little bit and you've been around like the draft time of hearing who's going to go top 5, top 10, all sorts of that. And Jalen Carter was one of them. So, and then after my Bears, they chose Darnell Wright, which has not allowed, I think I saw it today, it was about 500 snaps, and he didn't allow 1 sack, but he's had a couple pressures on the quarterback, which is crazy to hear. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But, Preston, talk about your Bills pick.
And the Bills. Brandon Beane. You questionable guy sometimes. All love. Wish we got D-Hop, but it's okay. We got a tight end, Dalton Kincaid, or I don't know how you say his name.
Yeah.
Kincaid. Tight end. He's like the next Travis Kelce, people been saying. But we all know there's one Travis Kelce, bro. You're not going to get a second Kelce.
But from what I heard from the draft last night, because I did watch it, and they were telling and comparing to what he was, which, yes, Preston mentioned it, but they said he's part of, like, wide receiver and tight end, so I think that's why they wanted him, because he's a dual weapon.
And the main thing.
But we'll see, because Dawson Knox is a big tight end. Like, he's not that fast. He's very bulky, muscular, and he's not that fast, like I said, for sake of time. But,
see, the problem is, I don't mind them drafting like a tight end, but you have Dawson Knox and Ken Dorsey. I'm looking at you in this fucking camera, bro. You don't fucking use them, bro. Use Dawson Knox and use Dalton, two of them. If not, then Bill Smith is coming for you, bro.
But yeah, those were the top 10 picks for the draft, including the 11th, which is actually really the 25th pick the Bills had, because Preston wanted to mention his pick. And there were 6 trades in the top 10. It's the first time that's happened ever, crazy, from what I remember or them mentioning last night. And then throughout the first round, there's 15 trade, like 9 other trades. So it was in total 15 trades, which that's just crazy to hear. And that team's doing that, and then a lot of them were sacrificing picks next year. I think the Bears got an extra pick next year. But then, it's
crazy. I will say this, though. The Panthers gave the Bears way too much. They gave them DJ Moore and draft picks, bro. And if I'm the Bears, I'm not going to complain about it, bro. You want to give us all of your stuff, we'll give you the first-round draft pick, bro.
No, I agree. We got a first rounder in 2025. I don't remember the exact picks, but we did get DJ Moore. I was happy about that. People were rumoring it in the middle of the year last year of DJ going there, and it finally happened, and I'm happy it happened.
Exactly.
So we got a lot for what we need, and Ryan Poles is a smart man. He's a smart man.
Take notes, Brandon. Take notes.
All right, so Preston, let's kick off about the WWE draft in 2023.
Perfect. So, of course, the draft was on Friday. On SmackDown. Raw, SmackDown, NXT guys, they all get mixed up. They go to different brands to create more of a mix, change titles, create more opportunities for new guys, young guys, older guys to put on shows and stuff like that. And we're going to kick off with the Raw guys who got drafted. So first, get out of the way, we got Mr. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare himself. Next, we got Becky Lynch. Pretty good face overall. Next, we got Imperium, Gunther and his guys, and the IC belt's going to Raw.
That was a shocker. I thought he was going to stay in SmackDown, which I'm guessing for next week's episode, we're going to talk about the other picks that happen, and I'm guessing the United States Championship's going to SmackDown.
Wait, there's another episode of Jackson Ryan next week? What?
No way. We're doing this every week? What? Whoa. Yeah. So there's more news, guys.
Whoa.
But stay tuned. There's stuff happening more later in the episode we're going to talk about.
Yes. Next, we got Riddle, Mr. 420, Mr. RK Bro, former. All right, guy. I don't really mind him. Next, we got Drew McIntyre. Now, I will say this. He should be in Roman last year at Clash at the Castle. I will say that.
Solo.
See, the problem is, right? Count me or tell me how many times Roman has won without interferences. Not many times. Rarely. Besides
before last year is when he did it all on his own. Just Paul Heyman was in his corner, but that's it.
Yeah, so this whole Tribal Chief stuff, bro. Yeah, people helping you out, bro. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
So it's basically 10 victories he's gotten from pay-per-views.
As how Dylan says, Mickey Mouse win.
Mickey Mouse, baby. What's up, Dylan? Shout out to Dylan the Force, baby.
Awesome guy. Also, we'll just go through these last three. We got Miz, Shinsuke, and Indy Hartwell, who's from NXT, who is very deserving of this call-up.
She's actually hurt right now, so I don't know what they're going to do with her. They might push her off for a couple weeks, or she might have to relinquish the belt, or she's probably going to lose the belt eventually on SmackDown or not SmackDown, NXT for one, or even at a pay-per-view. We don't know yet.
Or just vacate it, just in general.
Yeah, basically. But
I'll let Drex do the other brand now.
All right, so for SmackDown, it was obvious Roman's going to SmackDown with Solo because that's his right-hand man, and he needs Solo to win every match and tries to get them or him to help the Bloodline. So, whatever.
Shame on him.
Yeah, always need somebody to help. Can't do it by yourself, can you? Whatever. All right, and then after the Raw Women's Champions on SmackDown, Bianca Belair. That was shocking.
Yes. Now I'm curious if they're gonna have Rhea on Raw, and they're gonna have the switch belts thing, how they did Becky and Charlotte.
Exactly, I agree. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Calling it right now.
Or they do the same thing what they did with Roman, have those two challenge at SummerSlam, and boom.
No, you can't unify the fucking titles with that.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
You can't.
And then, all right, after Bianca, the Street Profits go to SmackDown. I thought they were going to get split. I really thought they were going to get split. But Triple H wants to keep their story going. But we'll see.
Montez Ford is right there, bro. He's like the next big guy, too, kind of. Or not like a big guy, but like
mid-card.
Mid-card. Angel, he's all right. Not the best. He's
all right. Like,
he's all right.
Yeah. But also, shocker, Edge is going to SmackDown.
That's what's crazy.
Because if Austin Theory's going to SmackDown, Edge can win another U.S. title.
I don't think he has.
Or he's going to face Roman.
Roman's going to win that.
Yes, we know that, but I'm just saying he needs another title before he retires because he's retiring this year. I'm telling you that right now.
He said either this year or next year on the Impulsive podcast. Whoa,
I didn't watch it yet.
Dropping another podcast now? Whoa. I'm firing all shots. Pew, pew, pew.
All right. Continuing with the SmackDown picks. Bobby Lashley is going to SmackDown.
They just ruined him. Or not ruined him, but...
They're putting him over the top too much, I feel like.
No, it's not even that. The whole Bray stuff, bro. First, if you guys say no, it was going to be Bray and Brock, but Brock turned that down, bro.
Wow.
I don't blame Brock. Brock doing stuff with like puppets, like it's just a joke. It's a joke. Bobby and puppets, it's a joke too. But I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Who with Bray?
No.
Bobby?
Well, yes, but Bobby. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. He's been sticking with the whole Austin Theory thing, and it's kind of making me mad.
Bobby's better than that.
But all right, after Bobby Lashley, we got the OC.
This is
Which
with
is-
AJ and Gallows.
AJ, Gallows, Anderson, and Meacham. And then also we got Damage Control, which is kind of a shocker as well. But I'm like, they need a new brand. They've been on Raw for the past year and a half, and it's getting a little old.
Or just break them up. They haven't
Exactly.
done nothing yet. And I will say this: AJ's been hurt for like 4 or 5 months now. Back in January, missed Mania. Gallows and Anderson haven't done nothing really. So
Well, AJ was on SmackDown.
he was, but hasn't been active yet though.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that happens.
And then the last pick SmackDown chose was Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, which are the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. So the same thing with Indy Hartwell. They're either going to relinquish, they're going to lose at NXT, or they're going to lose at one of the NXT pay-per-views. One of those three. We don't know yet.
Yes.
But now that Roman went to SmackDown, Raw is getting the new world title. That thing is so sick. I'm so happy.
Sick.
I'm so happy they brought it out.
Also, some people online have been saying that it's like a second title because they messed up Cody and Roman at Mania.
So they're going to give it to Cody.
I think they should have had Cody being Roman at Mania.
No, I agree.
But
That was probably a Vince McMahon decision.
Excuse me.
Which, if you guys are into wrestling in the news, it looks like he's going to get sued again.
Save it for the next one.
But we'll talk about like the whole situation with the suing and with Ted DiBiase and other stuff for next week. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
That's a whole like 5-10 minute discussion there. But the drafts, they were pretty good. I was happy with them. A little bit shocking with a couple of the WWE picks. The NFL picks weren't that shocking. They're kind of obvious of what was going to happen.
Besides the Colts one.
Yeah, the Colts, that was probably the most shocking for me. I'm happy. My boy Harney got a QB finally after Andrew Luck left, so I'm happy about that.
It's just dog shit.
Oh,
Also,
yeah, I think he's gone.
Do a little time lapse here, or rewind. Colts and Vikings 33-0 in the halftime. What happened? You lost. You let 3 touchdowns happen to you, bro. Even I can run a better offense than that, bro. And I'm like 5'8" on a good day. Just solid jokes and love, though. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on, Drex.
All right, so Preston, you mentioned impulsive. Why did you mention impulsive?
Well, if we're going to be honest here, Logan, he's a alright guy, has some questionary stuff, but he's the one, or the podcast is where I got the kind of inspiration or like creativity to do this again. And before, me and Jax wanted to do stuff, but financially we weren't really good. Now we had a couple jobs, saved some money, and I texted him one night saying, "Hey, let's do a podcast, see what happens," because we haven't did something with us two, probably 6-7 years. Last thing we did was went to Raw in Buffalo.
Oh, you mentioned Raw in Buffalo. We're going in July this year at the KeyBank Center, and we're gonna see Mr. Whoa! Oh, I can't wait.
Yes, sir.
And then we also, like we said, we're going to see Drew McIntyre. We're going to see Imperium. I want to hear those slaps. that
The chops.
Gunter has. Oh my god! Woo.
But it should be a fun time.
It will be a fun time for sure.
But also, back to my point though, the whole impulsive stuff. I just like how they do their stuff. Yeah, Logan, he's a questionable guy, like I said. But I just feel like a podcast would be right. And want to try it out, see what happens with it. And also, Edge was on his podcast too. And since we were talking about Edge being drafted, Drex said he has to win one. He has to win one before he retires this year. On the podcast, he said he could probably go another year before he's like starts slowing down. So that's where I got that information from. But yeah.
So for me, podcast wise, the only one I really listen to is the Pat McAfee show. Love that guy. Amazing football punter. And he's just a hilarious guy. And he's in wrestling now. So the connection between the two just made me go.
That and
just
the
blew
Joe
my
Rogan
mind.
podcast. Joe Rogan.
He watches Joe Rogan. I don't. I just watch Pat McAfee, and then once in a while the Impulsive podcast.
Yeah.
The only one I really like watched fully through was the one with Cody Rhodes, which was great. Loved it.
All podcasts are good. It's just what your personal preferences. Like some people like watching Pat McAfee, Joe Rogan, Impulsive. I just browse around with them and just whoever I'm wanting to watch that day, turn on for a couple minutes, get some time in it, and yeah.
And actually, when Preston texted me that one night, like he mentioned, the first thing he mentioned, he already did pre-research, which I freaking love. Thank you for that, Preston. Because right now what we're recording on is Riverside, and it is a great, easy to use, and very navigational website that we are using, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can record a lot per month, blah, blah, blah. If you guys want to look it out, we'll put a link in the description of the YouTube video. And then for people that are listening on Spotify, just look up Riverside, RIVERSIDE.FM. That's it.
Shameless plug.
But shameless plug. But thank you, Riverside, for creating this great workspace for us to use. And hopefully it helps us grow and helps you guys grow as well. But
correct. Now,
shameless plug.
I do want to bring up a couple of bad memories here. So obviously, you guys see me before. 2017, I started a YouTube channel. Had pretty good thing going. 2018, kind of slowly died down. 2019, more down. And then 2020, rock bottom.
COVID.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I was doing the Turtle Wars. Those are fun, doing gift card giveaways. And just overall, we both had stuff. We both had brands but wanted to work and just didn't work out. We had teams, competitive teams. Seek
tracks. Oh my god. Dude, there's so much. Like, all right, so me going back, in the past 4 years have gone through so many rebrandings myself, and now that I'm actually learning with going to college and doing all different stuff, I'm learning graphic design stuff, I'm learning stuff on film editing, which I actually got a lot of new stuff, and I'm actually going to be editing this podcast. Let me know how you guys react to it, or like what you guys like about it, or if things I can improve on. It's the first time I'm doing a podcast.
First one, yeah, it's not going to be perfect.
So, yeah, first one's never perfect. You always grow from here, and yes. We're at the bottom now. We're going to keep growing and growing.
Yes. I do want to bring this up, though. I never told you this. So, a couple days ago, I was on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still logged into Seek one.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I look at our stuff.
Uh-huh.
Seeing there's 2 copyright claims on them. And who claimed them was someone who was in the team. And I looked, and it was Intensity. the graphic video.
The person who did the videos. Oh my god.
Yeah, and he claimed his content was the damn clips in there. I'm not sure if I could say that, but I just said it though. So
Oh well.
this bleep it. I don't care.
No, we're just gonna leave it. I don't care. That's crazy. No, literally, me and Preston through like 2017 to 2021, we were going through high school, and it was just busy. And we just tried to keep like ourselves busy with certain stuff, and it never worked out. But hopefully, this works out, and you guys hear from us every week. So
I will say this though, since I'm doing a podcast now, my science teacher from ninth grade, not gonna mention names here, but if you ever watch this, I want you to know that you inspired me. You made me want to do a podcast now. So thank you, and hope your life's going well, man.
Well, this is actually experience for me because it's my first podcast, and I'm the one producing it. Preston's just helping me with certain things, sending me video links, all certain stuff, doing research, keeping myself busy. I need to. When I'm with school, like doing school stuff, I want something to get out of, talk about, and we're going to be talking about our weeks, like what's going on. Preston took my job at the golf course. That's a whole another story that we can talk about next week. And it's crazy what our lives have turned into the past 2 years since I left high school and he left high school. So
one's in college, one's not in college yet.
Yeah. Well, you want to break the news? You want to break the news?
Your boy's going to college in the fall, most likely. Don't know for what yet. Still figuring that out. But yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know his major yet, but I'm majoring film and television and focusing in like video editing,
which helps us out here.
And then I'm doing social media stuff as well, like social media classes and stuff, which is nice because that's what I want to do. But yeah, so what are we going to do about scheduling, Preston?
Expect episodes to come out every Sunday.
That's what we have right now. Yes. I don't know if it's going to stay like that, but I think we're going to end with we're going to record every Friday night and then upload on Sunday, so it gives me a day to like do homework and then edit stuff, so I keep myself busy on that day.
Correct.
And then yeah, just life in general. We're going to talk about life stuff like I just mentioned about us out of high school, and then just talk about our weeks like with work, school, sports, and then especially we are going to be talking about the NFL and wrestling, but mainly wrestling because that's where we are right now, and wrestling is probably the highest thing that's watchable right now because the NFL doesn't start till September, which we're in the end of April. XFL, well, no, we're not talking about XFL. We're talking about NFL and WWE.
It's Josh Gordon now.
No.
Damn.
No.
I tried, Tim.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, expect our podcast probably to be from 30 to like 45 minutes at most. Yeah. They're not going to be long podcasts.
Unless we have a guest in, though.
Exactly. If we have a guest in, it might be an hour. But we are going to be uploading on YouTube with the videos that you guys can see now. And we're going to be uploading on Spotify. And then eventually I'm going to try and put it on Apple Podcasts and see if that works.
Baby steps.
But we're going to take baby steps, just like Preston said. But we're just trying to have fun. We're two almost 20-year-olds just trying to have fun and talk about life and sports. Basically what our description is.
Time is short, bro. If you're not going to do it now, then don't ever do it, bro. Whatever that saying is. Who cares?
Nothing's impossible.
Who cares if people judge it, bro? As long as you like it, then go and do it, bro.
But just take it in baby steps, just like Preston said.
Goes with anything, bro. You have a girlfriend or doing some shit, bro. It doesn't matter what other people think. If you and them like it, then go and do it, bro. Who cares what other people think at the end of the day, bro? That's what I got wrapped up in during high school. I cared too much about people's opinions about myself, and let that affect me. And now I've grown, I matured, and we're here now. So, yeah.
But guess what? If you guys want to hear a little life lesson near at the end of the episode, don't take no for an answer. Do what you want, make yourself happy, and don't listen to others, and always motivate yourself.
Correct.
Because guess what? I have a tattoo that says Inspire, and it helps me every single day I wake up and look in the mirror. Because guess what? If you help out somebody else in your day, then it'll inspire you to do something that helps and makes you happy.
And also, the world's a shit place now, bro. Might as well give someone who's not having a down day, give them some positivity, give them some, even just go out in like public and it's like, hey man, I like your outfit today, or like, just like give them like a nice compliment, bro. It doesn't cost nothing to.
Exactly. And just send a text to your family, friends, and appreciate them.
Tell them you love them, bro. Time is short. That's what.
Yeah, life is too short. People are taken out of this world too early, and I've have that happen in my life, and I can explain that in future episodes. There's a lot I've been through, and Preston's been.
Episode. That's a big episode. Bro.
That's going to be a big episode, but me and Preston can talk about what's gone on between us two, and it's me and him have been in and out with each other, but we've always been connected with each other since third grade. It's been what, 11 years?
11 years, I think.
11 years me and you have been friends. That's crazy. And look what we're doing now. Inspiring others, have fun, talk about sports, comment.
Life in general, too.
Exactly. Well, if you guys like our content, hit the follow, like if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and expect weekly episodes from us.
Yes.
We're going to try.
Every Sunday.
If it's not a Sunday, then it'll be a Monday or Tuesday we release it.
But there will be one episode per week that we can guarantee you guys.
Exactly.
But I appreciate you guys coming out here today. And hope y'all have a good day, good night, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out, guys. Have fun, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.